Hello, good evening, and welcome to TK Shutter Reserve. You may hear in my voice that I'm slightly excited. This is something I've been looking forward to for years. We're doing football on Space Quick Sports, proper football. My name is Dave Webb, as always, and I am joined tonight by the wonderful Jason Cavey, who's been nothing but helpful. That is your home ground.
Yes, no, thank you. Thank you very much for having me. I'm really excited as well. This is going to be a great night, great occasion. Thank you to Athletico for putting this on. This is brilliant.
Okay, so first things first, Carl, I'll get in terrible trouble if there's no H in Athletico. It is spelt that way on purpose. It is Spanish, so it's Atletico. There's no H. I get in massive trouble for pronouncing the H, which isn't there. But this is a massive thank you as well to Space Quake Sports, who've had the vision to come on board with Atletico. One of the 6 pillars for Atletico is, I can't name all 6, it's terrible. But one of them is technology, and Atletico as a club wants to lead the way in the use of technology. Certainly the technical director, Marcus Flores, who we'll talk a little bit about, I'm sure, tonight, has been really hard on that, and he's got an app. So through COVID, he's actually had his juniors training more than they did throughout the COVID break, just because they could see the results and they could see it on an app. Just see the Atletico side coming out. It's a big day for these boys as well. I know that a couple of them have played near or at NPL level, so that they'll be used to this. But there's certainly, a good percentage of the boys who won't have had this experience where it's going out live on YouTube, it's got commentary, it's got, it's a proper broadcast football game.
Yes, obviously the boys on our side are very excited when they were told when they found out the news on Thursday that we'd be going out live, and very exciting. A few fresh haircuts.
It's been an interesting, if we just have a look at the tail of the tape for the season, it's been an interesting year for Atletico. I mean, as far as MetroStars go, you won the return fixture 3-0, I think. Yeah. But certainly the scorelines at times for Atletico have not done them justice. They're sitting at the beginning of the weekend, they were sitting in 5th. Obviously, that will all change around. It's quite close up the top of the league. But 11 goal scorers, 45 goals, 68 goals for MetroStars. I think we're probably going to talk about one of those players who's got 15 throughout this year. Look, if I'm honest, and I think I had this conversation, there is the table as we come into today. Atletico sat in 5th and MetroStars sat in 2nd. FK Beograd, who are also a brand new team this year, but they have come from a very established NPL side, and this is them. They're sort of like, they've got fellas who are a little bit older than they used to be, and they've sort of dropped down into that Sunday League amateur. So they are a very, very well-drilled side.
Yes.
So that's probably why they're top. So yes, Sam Lavori, 15 goals through the season. But if you look down, I mean, there's a lot of players who are on double figures.
We as a club, we've spread the scoring out a bit. We've got boys that can put the ball in the back of the net in all areas. So that's kind of a strength for us. We're not kind of relying on one player. So obviously we've got one player in the top 4 that's missing today through injury. So there's a good opportunity for someone to step up.
Yeah, we were talking as well, and one of the hardest things about this job, especially doing it at an amateur level, is that you don't want to be overly critical of your friends. But he says that before breaking his cardinal rule. We're missing that in Adelaide, in Atletico. That's the first weir for the night, by the way. So you've got the top 10 there, and right at the bottom is Stefan Barletta on 9 goals. And he plays wide. So we've got nobody at the moment going through the middle and putting the hand up and he's going to bag us that 25, 30 goals a season. There's an us as well if you're keeping count at home.
So yeah, we know Stefan's qualities. He actually come out to training with us before Christmas, so we know what he can do. And as well in the last fixture.
So quick, and if he gets in behind a defence, he will cause problems. I can talk more about my side. I'm sure by the end of the night I'll be completely versed in, that's what we love to see. That is Bilney. I think I'll get his first name in a second.
Bobby Bilney, yeah.
Bobby Bilney. That is an absolutely outstanding look from the Viking. I'm sure that's his nickname.
Our first team coach, Steve Greaves, told him before the game, he's like, if you've got a haircut like that, you need to play well.
Yeah, you're always going to get noticed and you're always going to get mentioned. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Alvarez on the screen now. He's, 1994 is when this team was brought into being, but as far as being in Sassel,
Yes, so
that's fairly recent.
1994 Metro Knights we were formed as. We entered the Sassel comp and we won the second division in our first year. Got promoted, won the first division eventually, and then we were invited over to what was then the South Australian Soccer Federation to enter the State League, and we progressed from there. That's when we rebranded to MetroStars because we couldn't have another Knights from Parra Hills. So yes, and then last year we decided to reintroduce the amateur arm of the club, and obviously last year was a difficult year with COVID and the restructured comp, so we only ended up getting sort of 15 games. So our first proper year in the comp, and so far so good. We want promotion. Ideally, we want the league as well, but
You'll take promotion.
Absolutely, yes.
Top two are going up.
Yes, yeah.
Top two are going up, and there's nowhere down, is there? I don't think.
No, we're starting from the bottom as our Athletico.
You'll get there.
Do you like that?
You'll get there. It's an incredible feeling to be a part of a brand new club. These guys, they've all played soccer before, they've all played football before, but never together. But it's a wonderful feeling to be part of a brand new club and to see it grow and even in the short time that Atletico's been together, the changes that I've seen in players and in the squad itself has been absolutely incredible. I think a lot of the preconceived ideas around football have kind of been thrown out the window with Atletico, and it's a thing that they wanted to do. Now, I'm just trying to see whether we've got our officials anywhere. I know we were missing one on the way, so we'll see whether we can find our other one. Unfortunately, or some unfortunate person in the crowd is going to end up making their linesman debut being broadcast live.
Fantastic. Amateur football at its finest.
Well, they've had to come from other games.
Yes, so credit to Steph Papats over at the Sassel. When we sprung this on him pretty late, I believe. So we usually in Division 4 we don't get linesmen provided by the league. We supply our own, but just because of the occasion, they've helped us out.
Dyson Stevens on screen, and there's Bobby Bilney. That is an absolutely wonderful look for him. The Viking, Bobby Bilney, but Dyson Stevens, the Atletico goalkeeper. Again, because of weather and just because of COVID and things like that, we were indoors on Thursday night, and we have got three. They are here now.
There we go.
He picked up a knock on his knee, so he's not 100%. Keeping an eye on him in the warm-up and just having a look at his motion. We have Guy Wall is in the middle, and it's a gentleman with the cap on. I'm going to have to go to my notes, I'm afraid, because the young man is Rimian Tomeko. He's the person to the right, and unfortunately we don't have a name for the linesman on the left, so we'll just call him Lino for the night. But it's nice to see Rimian out. He is a youngster, and it's always good to see youngsters officiating.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. We always needing refs. With too many are losing the game, unfortunately. So, yeah, brilliant to see.
So the two captains will make their way into midfield for the coin toss. Fernando Lara for Atletico. We'll get into it more, but there was a number of players who were hoping to play reserve grade at Atletico this year in the autumn of their careers, but unfortunately squad sizes and talent, I suppose, and cattle is and it's Will Skelly.
William Skelly.
Will
yes.
Skelly is the captain for the MetroStars.
Stand-in captain for tonight. Unfortunately, Callum Jane, our skipper, is suspended. He's got it.
Is it just number of yellow cards? It wasn't it? Yeah, okay, not a big red one.
No.
No, I've not seen a red card this year in any of the games that I played. I don't know whether we want it to be tonight or not.
I don't think so. I expect this game to be played in good spirits.
They generally are. It's an interesting one. I mean, we'll break the. I've done well to get this far without waxing lyrical about Mr. Flores. He's had, it's an interesting season because despite the fact that on paper MetroStars are a better side, you see that in the league. You're in second, we're in fifth. But Marcus Flores is a Johnny Warren medal winner.
Correct, yeah.
I mean, he is a supremely talented footballer. You see that. For the 11 guys to our left, it's big for them. They are playing against A-League talent. And while he is getting on, the talent is still there and the football IQ is absolutely massive. So for the boys in red and yellow, it's a big night out for them without us being here to take on Flores. And that has led to, at times for Marcos, he's taken some kicks and he does get some banter, but it's a joy to watch him play.
I can imagine, yeah. Even at this level, fair play to him for putting the boots on.
And absolutely adoring the fact that you have your numbers on your shorts. It's something that everybody in broadcast needs to do. But it looks like we're getting underway. Our referee is waiting for it to go exactly round to zeros, and there we go. And Adelaide will kick off, and they are attacking the left of your screen. They're wearing all black with pink trim tonight. MetroStars in their traditional red and yellow vertical stripes, black shorts and red socks. And they will look to try and get a first look at it. There's a free kick, which they thought about taking quickly, but I reckon the set piece taker would have wanted to keep that one. It's a great position for them.
Both centre-backs staying at the back for now.
And they're setting up as if they're going to throw the ball into that back post, which they do. It's a great run across the front. Didn't get a touch on it. King really looked dangerous as he made his way to the 6-yard box. Defadi will play towards Victorica. Will be an Athletico ball. Just feel the nervous energy already around the ground, and I think as much as the players wouldn't want to think about the fact that we are here, they have been, as they've been talking about it. Liram Rashani against Skelly. Certainly can be one for the future, Liram Rashani. Big engine on him, big heart on him, not scared of a challenge.
Should be a good battle.
Fernando Lara got a foot to it, but can't quite get it away. Sakura Payas.
First team debut tonight for Sakura Perez. Played all 3 grades now for MetroStars this year. And his chance on arguably the biggest stage.
Finally managed to get it across halfway. And kept in, and Victorica will have a ball to chase. Ball will beat everybody, and it's a throw-in a good position. Javier Victorica is certainly an older campaigner. I think he's the oldest person in the squad, which I'm very grateful for, because he just edges me out.
I know how you feel, mate.
Flores on the near side. Beats one, and then we'll play to Koufalis. Koufalis will look back into the middle, nothing there for him. Fernando Lara putting the high press on, and anywhere will do for MetroStars. Stevens is going to come out and command that one. Not sure Defendi was ready for that one.
Flores sitting very high up at the moment.
I think it's just taking him a while to get back. Henschel is put under a little bit of pressure, but talking about ones to watch, Tyson Henschel as well. I absolutely adore that young man. Loose pass from Rashani. Wanted a lot more time than he had, but a wonderful challenge from Martin Lara. There's 2 of them out there. Fernando Lara will send it out to Barletta. First time we've got to see him with a full set of legs, but ball just a little bit too far in front of Victorica. Didn't quite allow him to get there. Bilney will tidy it up. Knock on is good. And it's going to break out onto that far side. King will find a way over there. He's got players streaming forward. Can he find the pass? Stevens came and just got rid of it. Not happy with catching it, but just look for safety. Near side will find Mayer. Challenge from Rashani. Ball over the top. Henschel is there and a little bit too strong in the challenge. It's been an interesting start. Neither one. There's been a couple of half chances, you would say, for.
It was always going to be a cagey start. The teams just sussing each other out, see how each other's set up.
Fortunate for Koufalis, the bounce went his way, but too strong for Martin Lara. Next questioning again. Just kicked it directly into the back of Flores. Rashani again will get hands up, will get to that. Will come out on this near side. But it's been played between the 18-yard boxes so far. And again, just safety and reset for Atletico. Strong Argentinian contingent in Atletico, as you would imagine, as Marcos being Argentinian born, and as an Englishman, it's a difficult place to be at times.
No, we have a few South Americans of our own as well, in amongst the squad.
And of course, we have a lot of Italians as well, which has made life even harder recently. Henschel can see that out, and does. Just the goal kick. Big tough boy is Tyson Henschel. He'll run all day. Tyson. Just looks like MetroStars are just throwing people at him at the moment.
Well, I believe they've all played together at previous clubs, so they actually know him well.
Farlish with a nice little touch backwards, and then Rashani not so good, and then Victorica is bundled into touch. Just the throw in.
Strong challenge by Beagley. Characteristic of him.
Koufalis again pushing hard at the front. It's a really interesting story, Michael Koufalis. I think he played at Campbelltown. He's got heaps of talent, still a young man. Now playing under the tutelage of Flores. And you'll see almost a father-son relationship between the two of them. Marcus will certainly not give him any space. Again, just wanted a little bit too much time on the ball. Loose pass, but it's worked. Henschel dived in, but missed, and then will continue. Jones manages to send it forward to Skelly. Skelly's put a lovely ball round the back. King, what's his second ball like? Just too big from King. Llewellyn was almost there.
Great ball in from Skelly.
And this is what I'm saying. These are the points where they've just managed to get around the back. Seem quite happy for Atletico to sit and play in front of them. Fernando Lara will find Flores. Flores, first time to Victorica. He's going to look inside. Again, he's run into a blind alley. Arua sends it back to Flores. Flores, he'll try and find Barletta around the back. Bilney's onto it. He's almost going to have to play like a sweeper on that side.
Yeah, and it's important for him as well to command the box and get out early.
Henschel will pick up the loose pass. Sends it back to Fernando Lara, a little bit 50-50. He's made up for his error though in the pass, and the ball almost found its way through to Victorica again. That one's loose as well, and Flores tried to wait the ball through to Victorica, but not quite there. You can see what he was thinking. Head from Rashani. Will only stem the tide for a bit. Another loose pass. Another ball trying to find a way around the back to Victorica. looks like Adelaide are playing 3 up top. Stevens is going to have to come and command, and he does. Good clearance from Stevens. Koufalis will get ahead on it. It's still there for him. Needs to push. I'm going to tread a fine line between commentator and fan tonight.
We're all fans.
Alvarez. Searching ball. Cut out by Rua. Victorica again is going to find his way across there. Has Barletta inside. Kind of on his own at the moment. Has an outlet in Flores. Again, lots of static people in front of him. Will go to Fernando Lara. Lara will feed to Victorica. Chips it over the top. Barletta just wasn't on the same page as him, and Bilney can tidy up again. Very different styles that we're seeing so far. Certainly MetroStars looking very, very happy to counter-attack at the moment.
With the pace the MetroStars have up front, it's always going to be something that we can do well.
Meyer working down that right-hand channel. Does manage to get a crossing head away from Martin Lara. Shawnee gave him absolutely no time at all. Now Koufalis can turn and get on his bike. Will find Flores. Look, first time. Didn't get it through. Michael can go now. Koufalis. It's all about his first touch. First touch is good. Koufalis just knocked away from him. Absolutely wonderful tracking back from Llewellyn. We're going to see our first corner of the game.
What a ball from Flores.
Great ball. First touch from Koufalis as well. Took him away from the defender. And you have to say as well, there may have been players who might have gone down.
He was treading the fine line. That's what Gavin Wellowing does well. He is a hard worker. He will get up and down, and done just enough.
Victorica with the corner. High into the centre. Nobody attacked it. All sorts of time. Barletta teed up the volley. Didn't come for him. Athletico trying to keep them in. Lovely outlet ball to Skelly. Skelly, unfortunately, then a little bit loose with it. Martin Lara can pick up. Will go, try to go down the line to Koufalis. MetroStars throwing. It's a beautiful evening.
Oh, fantastic.
Great evening for football, considering the weather we've had over the last 3 weeks.
Hopefully it holds up for us.
Been the first time ball just couldn't be brought under control by Fernando Lara, but Flores will pick the pocket. They're away again. Henschel should be able to come across. Again, they will find Koufalis. He's working really hard as a target man so far, and will win the throw-in. Just couldn't quite get over the top. They'll get another go at it. Koufalis again trying to get around the back. That's wonderful work from Hollywood.
That's a goal kick.
Managed to just play it off Koufalis. Where's the number 9 jersey? And diligently done some notes beforehand. Scored no goals for MetroStars.
No, he's got 1 goal to his name from last year. A cracker against Para Hills United.
Flores again will try and play Koufalis around the back. He gets there. Aliward wins that race easy. Didn't look like he was at 100% then, Koufalis. Don't think there's a natural striker on the bench if there is an injury there. Certainly the older fellas were dropping like flies in the earlier games.
Present company included.
Exactly. It's a different experience playing on this synthetic pitch.
Yeah, it takes some getting used to, and that's actually one thing that will play into the home
Fetty
series.
just missed that one, and they can get around the back again. Have to work really hard. Martin Lara does well to come back and control, and now they can clear to Fetty. And again, Flores with absolutely acres of space. And again, he's looked over the back, but I feel like there's an issue with Koufalis. not moving at 100%. He's not moving comfortably.
As I was saying, yeah, I think a big factor in this game will be the size of the pitch. See, Atletico's pitch is a lot smaller. Whereas this is biggest pitch in the league.
It is. There's a fair amount of acreage out there. Martin Lara, and it's interesting to talk about it. So, starting this game, Martin Lara, and also in the middle is Daniel Fideli. Both of them got injured in the Beograd game, and they've only missed one game, and they were both fairly decent injuries. A hamstring strain and a groin strain, and COVID came at a really good time for us from an injury point of view.
I think a few teams are in a similar boat, just a week or so off, let those injuries heal up.
Oh, Koufalis very nearly got there. Martin Lara again. First time ball out to Barletta, who just couldn't bring it under control. Just trying to work out what formation Atletico are playing. It's a flat back four. It's a 4-3-3, but the three in the midfield are incredibly narrow.
Could be on. James King through.
It's one-on-one with Stevens, and King will get it there.
James King, brilliant. Composed, finished.
And it was only a matter of time, really.
That's his 10th goal in 12 games now for James King. 2019 Golden Boot winner.
Just got behind, and then if you're one-on-one with the keeper, you expect them to score. Score they did. It is the same old story, unfortunately, for Atletico. They allow teams to start. See the game again. I'm sure there's significance for Kingy with the L. Barletta from the kickoff will get around the back and get there. Just loses his footing, couldn't quite bring it back. And MetroStars will go again. This game is all of a sudden. Mr. Rashani definitely suggesting that he got the ball. It did feel like he did as well. Come to a pocket. Yep, there is a slice of cheese for Liram Rashani. I mean, maybe I might have my black and pink coloured glasses on, but I didn't. It was all ball.
I don't see anything wrong with the challenger. I think the yellow card was more for the protest after.
Well, yeah, one can only hope.
Right in front of the MetroStars bench as well. So.
Yeah, sometimes those yellow cards will come out for reactions, won't they? Over the top of everyone, Henschel manages to clear. Flores with just Mayer snapping at his heels. MetroStars have all of a sudden decided they're not going to let Atletico settle on the ball at all. Victorica will find Barletta. Barletta one-on-one. Will take on Llewellyn. Koufalis in the centre. Victorica arriving. Nobody attacking the final ball across. Ball will go out from Atletico. Throw in, and as we reach 20 minutes on the clock, I think you'll start to see with Atletico are getting into good positions, and they're getting into positions where they can put a ball into the box, but nobody there.
No final ball.
Barletta again on the edge of the box. Has it poked away? We'll find Skelly. Skelly will go far side and find King, the goal scorer. King bundled off it by Barletta.
MetroStars looking to take this one quickly.
And they do go quickly, and Stevens found himself in a good position. He'll go early to Henschel. Now Atletico want to play at pace. Fernando Lara decides to just pump the brakes a little bit. It's a long, long way to go in this game. Now they have gone over the back. Victorica has beaten the offside chap, but he's not going to get there. And Beagley manages to get there. It's gone out for a goal kick.
I think he might have called for free.
No, he's signalled the goal kick. Just trying to see. I don't think they're wearing earpieces, the officials. Lara will get a head on it. Henschel will snap at the heels. Heavy touch from the Fideli. There's two young centre backs. There's John DeFeddi and Daniel DeFelli. Fideli, sorry. So you're getting them mixed up a little bit, but it's young Daniel. Another youngster. Fernando Lara will find Barletta, then Fideli. Just again, you could see what he was trying, and he's a mile offside, but he might not be. They've been caught. They're away. Livori squares it. 2 for MetroStars.
Will Skelly. The club's
It's
all-time.
about as good as it gets, unfortunately. And
Quick break. Will Skelly, the club's all-time top goal scorer in Sassel. Another one for the list. His 14th goal in the last 13 games for Will Skelly.
there's lots of questions about the offside, but I guarantee you that I think who was it? It was with the overlap. He was not. He was not offside. I think it was Johns who broke the offside trap, and they don't get any easier for Skelly. And a million different assistant referees are giving their opinion, but he was onside.
He looked onside from up here.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he was, as much as I would love for him to be offside, but unfortunately,
I think the
the player who was a mile offside just stopped everyone. Flores will ghost past one, unfortunately not the second one, and again MetroStars can play a ball around the back. This time DeFelli can get across there. Fideli can get across there. I'll have it right by the end of it. As soon as I get it right, they'll bring DeFelli on. Corner to MetroStars.
Darcy Mayer to take it.
Let's go saying MetroStars are in conversation with Messi.
Well,
I think every team in the world is, aren't they? I mean, we've sent him 16 Instagram messages. We haven't had anything back. Victorica just too far in front of Flores.
No, Adelaide United are offering him some red wine.
I'd love to see Messi in South Australia. Messi in the A-League. Surely there's somebody in South Australia rich enough to just throw money at him for a year. Stevens sends it into the night sky. Barletta will nod it on, but nobody really there. This time he will find Flores. Henschel gives Flores the ball back. His ability to protect the ball and turn away from trouble is an absolute joy to watch. Well, that's the first time we've called Bilney's name for a while.
Yes, yeah. I think the next goal is crucial now. Atletico will be concerned of the game getting away from them.
50-50 ball, and there's a lot of space behind now for Johns to run into. Henschel really had to go and get it. There's a huge amount of space for him to get to, and then Martin Lara will get a foot to the ball, and it will be a corner. I think there is a tendency for Atletico to start slowly and concede early goals, and they tend to be playing from behind a lot. They tend to come good in the second half if they can keep it the score as low as they possibly can before half time. They'll be okay.
Interestingly, in the first meeting, it was 3-0 at half time to Metro, and it finished 3-0.
I think if the league was done on second half performances, Atletico would be in a promotional position. Victorica will find Flores. He'd already seen Barletta.
That actually goes against the runner form for MetroStars as well. We're typically a second half team as well. I think just due to fitness. A lot of late goals.
Fideli managed to pluck that one out of the air, but then there's a free kick, and again it's in a rather dangerous position. Be interesting to see whether they go with their set play again. Yeah, you can't go through the back of him, Fernando, I'm afraid.
Darcy Mayer standing over the ball. Looks like he's going to take it. No.
Onto that back post again. Oh, Henschel is a...
Oh,
it's
debut.
just... Sequeira Payas scores on his debut for MetroStars, and football is a game that will break your heart at times, and they dealt with it, almost dealt with it. The header goes straight in to Sequeira Payas. And he's not getting many easier goals than that. And 3-0 before half-time again. It's a little bit of rinse and repeat in the return leg.
He'll be buzzing with that.
This battle between Victorico and Beagley is fun to watch.
Very late from Flores there.
A little bit of afters as well. Certainly plays with the passion of a South American, Marcus Flores.
Probably a side that people haven't seen too much.
It's just missed timing. Oh, the nod on again, and had to come across for Delhi. Agricultural from the young man, but better safe than sorry.
If in doubt, put it out.
Gelly has been a constant danger.
He's so hard to play against. He's just so quick and direct. And
I mean, Atletico just persisting with a high defensive line, which is allowing them to get back in the around the back.
ball in. Square pairs will shoot.
Oh, he's got his tail up now, hasn't he? Your first one from 6 yards, make your second one from 40.
He's the first player in MetroStars this year to score in all three grades now.
Just looking at body language as well for the Athletico boys, and it's been a long break for us. It will just find its way out, but because our training ground is a school, and we couldn't get back to training as early as we would have liked. Outlet ball to the far side. Overlapping run, and Arua has to go with him, and he won't be able to stay with him. Can he get there before the byline? Yes, he does. Pulls it back. Managed to clear that one again. Martin Lara will look for Barletta. Does manage to keep it in, but again, there's just nothing moving in front of him, and aimless in the end.
Bilney should get to this.
I hope so.
We were fortunate enough. We got a good training in here on Thursday night, which is not usually the case. We don't actually use this as our training base. Such as the occasion, we were able to get a spot.
Skelly again on this near side. Puts the ball in, but that's far too easy for Stevens. It was a great start from Athletico, and unfortunately hasn't continued. Almost broke for Skelly again then. And there's, between the defensive line and the forward line, there's nothing for Atletico at the moment.
It's all one way at the moment.
It's a fair question from Misco. We are trying to keep on the YouTube comments. If you have questions for us, then let us know. It's a fair question. Why is the number 9 playing defence?
First in, best dressed.
Oh, is that it? He just wanted the number 9. lot of pressure in this near corner. Henschel does well to get out. Oh, he's off on a run, but one too many. He's managed to keep going though, Flores. You see his ability to work in short spaces, and then we'll find Koufales. That's better from Koufales. Puts his foot to the loud pedal this time. Then we'll come back to Victorica. Victorica finds Rashani. Rashani over the bar.
Yeah, I'm not too sure how normal it is in amateur football, but we all have a squad list for numbers all the way through all three teams, and we keep our number regardless of what squad we're in.
There's a couple of double ups with Atletico, but in the main, most players have a preferred number. I don't want to do the story an injustice, but there is a reason why Marcos Flores wears number 48. It's also on the Atletico crest.
This is her father, isn't it?
It's godmother, I think. She died at the age of 48, and it's to honour her. Just couldn't bring it down that time, Flores, and again, MetroStars trying to find a way around the back. Victorica on this near side. Henschel playing in short spaces again. Pushed off the ball. Good touch from Fideli. Now we'll have to try and find someone. Lara will give it back to Fideli, who will burst through. Like another famous centre-back wearing the number 6. Boyhood hero of Alan Hansen, and they could be away again, but too far in front of King.
Left back was playing him on there.
It's an experienced back four, shall we say. I mean, I think Henschel and Fideli bring the average age down, but if you can get behind them, they're not pacey. Henschel will find Flores. Little 1-2 with Victorica. Can't quite get it away. Lara gets there. Give them back. Now they're through. Koufales, can he get there? Bilney.
Got off his line quickly there, done well.
And it's going to be one of those games as well that he may not be called into action a lot, but when he does, he needs to be there.
It's good pedigree, Bilney. Come from the Federation club. Sustained a few ACL injuries, which has prevented him from going a bit further. Very good goalkeeper for a Sunday Div 4.
Wonderful challenge from Lara. Victorica will be able to pick it up. Flores looks around the back. Oh, for Barletta. Flag went up, then went back down. Don't know whether that caused Barletta to check his run.
I think he'd get put down in his mind there.
I'm not sure. But again, Koufales seems to have just picked himself up a little bit. I don't know whether he's got a live feed to my commentary, but he just seems to have picked up his effort a little bit. Yeah, the flag went up and then went down. I don't think it affected Barletta. The ball was just a little bit too far. In front, Henschel with the throw-in. I was having a conversation with someone. I'm not sure why or what. I think there's a change happening for MetroStars over on that far side. Yeah. He's not quite ready, so he'll wait for the next one. Sure you would think that would be injury, 33 minutes gone in the first half. Martin Lara out to Arua. Loose pass from Arua. This is where they're going to have issues again because they play such a high line and then have roaming fullbacks.
Not ideal if MetroStars do need to make a change.
Oh, has he come back on? Has he been off and come back on? I think it's Beagley.
Yeah, it's Beagley, yeah.
Beagley.
I was going to say, we've only got one fresh player on the bench. Everyone else has took part in the reserves game beforehand.
My eyes aren't good enough to tell you whether we've got a fresh bench or not. I think we have. Fernando Lara, probably the smallest man on the pitch, puts his shoulder into the back of probably one of the biggest men on the pitch. Okay, so Misko asking, what do we think about the Messi to MetroStars deal? I mean, I think, if I'm being perfectly honest, I think you probably got a bigger chance than most clubs because you essentially wear the Catalan flag. So there's a link there. I think it just depends on whether you...
What team do you put him in? Do you put him in the MPL or the Sassel?
You put him in the C grade, wouldn't you? To start, you've got to come through the C grade, haven't you?
As a C grade player, obviously, I agree. I'll let him have the number 10.
It's very big of you. Goufalis brings it down really, really well. He tried to find Barletta. We'll get it back for a second bite of the cherry. Well, Barletta gave up on it. The flag didn't go up. I thought he had weight. Goufalis did wait. What a room out here as well. They ask a lot of Henschel with his work rate as well. I think generally can work through it. Victor Rica will block and it will be a MetroStars ball. The referee has overruled the lines. Oh no, he's just telling him to move back. It's Victor Rica you can hear in the background with the usual South American flair.
Lavori, no doubt playing with a smile on his face.
Oh,
That
just
could be a
snapped at his ankles. It's not a card, but Victor Rica. Fernando Lara needs to get hold of Victor Rica at this point. It's definitely a yellow ball, Victor Rica. Come on, Javier. You just saw the Argentine dismay. Back post ball, good ball. Dyson Stevens does well. And the follow-up double save from Stevens, and he'll get the free kick.
Just thought the ball might drop to a yellow shirt there, but Dyson Stevens will be very relieved there.
Already had taken a little bit of a knock and then had to throw himself. So 37 minutes of the 45 gone in the first half. Full big boy numbers in this grade. I thought he'd managed to try and touch that through to Barletta then. Rashani gets his head on it. It's going to fall to Fernando Lara. Just got caught. Just keep an eye on him. He pulled up a little bit properly. Got there for the first one. That one's a black ball, have you?
You just wonder if frustration's starting to creep in for the away side. They'll feel hard done by, I think.
They need half time. I mean, it's the second time he's gone through the back. Not sure whether he'll get away with it. That one was a nasty looking one. It's that loose touch and then the tackle following the loose touch, isn't it? Angled ball, that didn't have enough on it for Barletta. Then MetroStars can go away, skips away from Arua. Good tackle from Rashani. And again, they're round the back.
Stephen
Johns sends it to the back post. It's another easy one. Oh, how'd you miss from there, young man? Barletta again looks to try and get behind, but this back three for MetroStars has really played within themselves tonight. Victor Rica. Flores into Henschel. Henschel will look to go around the back to Victor Rica, but again, that final pass just not there. It's always going to be a problem when you have your main tackling midfielder. It's got through again, and they are away. Lavori looks for the far corner.
Brandon Elwood will be very disappointed he didn't square that one.
Well, probably just wanting to put the laces through that one then. Flores now has come deep to try and find the ball. And again, there just is no link between the back four and the front players. It's almost we're playing a 4-6 at the moment. This time Barletta does get around the back. Can't get the cross in though. Mayer will find Sakara Payas. Payas with a couple of Atletico players for company and calmly can work away. Near side to Lavori. Just miscontrolled it. Can't blame the surface, can you? There wasn't a bobble there, was there?
No, no.
Hollywood was first to that one. Just tangled up at the back. King and Lara. Fideli now will again look for Kufalis. A little bit of mine or yours with Bilney, but they will come away. Martin Lara gets a foot in, but it's going to find its way back to the red and yellow shirts of MetroStars.
Alvarez on the ball there. Alvarez, his parents are watching the live stream tonight from all the way from Spain.
Oh.
So some overseas viewers.
Well, it's not Buenos Noches. It is for us. It's Buenos Noches for us. For you, it is just hola.
So thank you very much for joining us.
Footballers are always trying to steal all yards, aren't they? 10:45 in the morning over in Spain. Wonderful way to have your breakfast.
Coming back from a serious injury, got a broken leg last year.
He's asked a lot of Barletta and just happy to clear it away. And that shows the threat of Barletta's pace, that he was happy to just get rid. Llewellyn.
Barletta was definitely one we spoke about before the game. We know the threat he has, and very accomplished player.
Gonzalez can manage to beat a couple, but again, there's just nothing in front of him. There's no movement for him. There's at least 3 players in black shirts just looking at him. 50-50 didn't quite come off, and MetroStars again. Lots of space around the back, and for a man on a yellow card, that is a brave challenge. Victorica. Loads and loads of time, but MetroStars can almost just sit off and let them run themselves into blind alleys. King, nice touch, but only to his number's sake in Henschel.
Rory will come and meet him.
It's gone the black way. There was a slight touch off.
I think that was more hopeful than anything.
I mean, it was there, but nobody would have seen it. That's going to ask a lot of Stevens to keep that in. Has to work for it. Rua on that far side. Back to Stevens. Fideli allowed to carry. Again, it's really static. Henschel makes a move for him. Inside to Fernando Lara. Martin Lara. Inside ball will find Kufalis. That's the turn. Well, warms the hands of Bilney slightly, but only slightly. But it's an attempt at goal, which is not one we've seen. I don't think we've seen that be the first on target.
For a while, I think, yeah.
I think it's the first on target for the game for Atletico. I mean, it's still a work in progress. But I think you'll see a difference after half-time. I think...
Brilliant by Skelly, just...
Oh, that's wonderful from Lavori. The anticipation was great from the big man. Henschel, again. This time it does sneak through to Kufalis. Just offside.
Interesting having a Lavori come over onto the right. Predominantly left-footed.
Nice little turn from Martin Lara. Bilney will take the free kick. Bounce of the ball. I think when you're used to playing on grass, it takes you a while to get used to the bounce of a synthetic pitch. Much better. I'll show my age now, but Luton used to have an artificial pitch, and the ball bounced twice as high as it came from.
QPR had one as well.
They did, Loftus Road, but Luton's was shocking. Back post, Stevens has to come and get it, and didn't quite get there. Barletta, there's a oh my word, there's a foot race over there. Jeez Louise.
The purists will prefer grass, but as a club, it's helped us out.
I'm a big fan of the synthetic pitches. I mean, as great as South Australia is, the pitches do not hold up well.
And it allows, more than anything, allows us to have a surface to train on.
All year round.
Don't have to reschedule games.
I mean, he was pointed toe at least. He wasn't studs up, but my word, did he fly in. And again, the back three can just stand and soak up what comes towards them.
45 on the clock now.
So we're in the referee's hands. I don't remember there would be too much of a stoppage. We haven't got the budget for the LED board just yet. We are in the referee's hands. But I mean, I've had a point that I've been trying to get out for a while. They need the half-time, Atletico. They need to reset. And if there was ever a major rule change, I know that Atletico would be voting for quarters.
No, it's been a big 45 minutes for both teams.
Flores. This time he can find Koufales. Oh, that's just outside the box. And I have to say, that's Beagley who's got him. And that is, it's a yellow card. And that's a very sensible challenge from the big fella because he was beaten. He knew he was beaten. On the line is a penalty, remember, but he's way outside.
Well done to the referee for spotting that was outside.
Big strong challenge from the big fella though. And I tell you what, hurting, well, going down on this thing would hurt as well. I never put in enough effort to fall over there today, to be honest.
It's the carpet burns you want to watch out for on this thing.
So just outside, Flores is standing over it. Barletta is with him. There's certainly one person who will pull rank. Stop faking. Now, normally I mean, I'm an ex-rugby boy, so normally I would be against people throwing themselves to the floor, but certainly got him.
Barletta walking away.
Yeah. I think he was just there to get his face on camera, to be honest.
You're not going to take it off Flores, though?
Not today. And Flores will stand over it. We'll go into the middle, and Victorica got ahead on it. I mean, they're going to take any good points, or if your manager has anything to say in his halftime team talk, he would suggest that allowing Victorica a free header from a free kick is probably not what your manager wants to see. Bilney will come to this near side. Back to Beagley. Hincher will get up and cut it out. Fernando Lara, good touchdown. Liram will take it off the toes of Martin Lara and then turn it over. Arura has to go in strong. Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, is half-time. MetroStars lead this one 3-0. Atletico can do any half-time magic from the TK Shutter Reserve. I forgot where we were then. It's been a long day. From TK Shutter Reserve, we will now go for a half-time break. Ladies and gentlemen, we will speak to you again soon. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. TK Shutter Reserve. Athletico were in the grounds in the rooms a lot longer than MetroStars. I think we discussed it, and MetroStars probably ran out of things to say, if you're honest. But certainly, Jack Manserapis, I did have an ear to the door. He said a lot of the messaging was that we just gave MetroStars too much space, allowed them to turn, allowed them to run. And I kind of, look, and again, these are my friends, but I have a job to do. Rua and Martin Lara are not the fastest players in the world. And for them, as a defender, as you see the numbers for Sam Lavori this year, 15 games, 15 goals, 2 red cards though, that can't be right. I don't think that's right.
I don't think, it might be 2 yellows.
Well, I think it would be 2 yellows. I think you got it the wrong way around, a yellow and the red. But yeah, 2 yellow cards. And Marcus Flores, 11 games, 3 goals. Yeah, it's 1 yellow, no reds. Just the colours the wrong way around. Look, if you get a chance to go and watch Marcus Flores play live, go and do it. He's a bit off the boil tonight. I think that's just a fitness thing. But his ability to work in tight spaces is incredible. And Sam Lavori tonight has been super impressive.
Yes, yeah. It's Sammy has played State League 2, played for Mugby Vista before having a year off and then coming to us. So he's got a good pedigree.
Yeah, so I think in the early stages of the second half, you see the effects of the telling off from Manserapis. As Barletta tried to find a way through, does get there eventually. He is so quick. Back to Victorica. Not as quick. Henschel. To Lara. Good pressure from MetroStars, and Victorica again wanted it to come to him rather than going to it. And you'll see already that the tempo from Athletico is raised considerably. But again, they're away and they're behind. Good save from Stevens. Oh, the double save from Stevens. Second one, instinct more than anything else, you would think.
Strong hands.
But again, they were allowed to counter-attack, and it's a wonderful ball. I'll tell you what, Scally, you had 2 bites at it, son. Just instinctive from Stevens, the second one.
He'll be disappointed not to bury that one.
Oh, yeah, that first one, you got all the goal to aim at, William. Corner will come in. Stevens unconventionally. Then you tried to shepherd that behind to safety.
He's already cutting in on the left, shooting.
Didn't, just pulled it. Still not 100% comfortable, Stevens. There is a reserve goalkeeper, the living legend that is Charles During. Flores will pick it up and try to find Henschel behind, but God, he's run a marathon, you would think, wouldn't he, by now?
Oh, especially on this pitch, it asks a lot of players, especially the midfielders.
Oh, that's found a way through. This time King is away. King is one-on-one. Can King finish? Oh. No, he can't. Stage got too big for him. The bright lights on a Sunday night blinded him. He want that one back as well, wouldn't he?
Be 2 big chances now for MetroStars in the opening 2.5 minutes.
You wonder as well whether they've learned a lesson from the game at Charles Campbell College, because Athletico really did put them under the pump in the second half. So they'll know this time that they can't sleep on it. Lara. To Victorica.
I reckon that was the message from Steve Greaves, just more of the same.
Victorica has it poked away, and MetroStars again can go. They really do have to keep the foot to the throat. Just beaten by pace, Rishani. I do worry every time he gives away a free kick now.
He's walking a tightrope now.
But he's got to. I mean, he is, I suppose, I don't think Fernando Lara's not on a yellow. I mean, considering he went through the back of somebody twice, he's doing well not to be on one.
Only one yellow card so far.
So Lavori again.
Left-footed.
Wonderful left foot that he has. He must be a good player. He wears his socks short. Oh, whipped across the front again. Missed absolutely everybody. I tell you, that's one of those ones that if it was on target, it would have caused all sorts of problems.
He's going for that back post. That's what you're taught.
A little bit of a rest as they go and get the ball. So there's a danger of this game sort of stagnating and becoming a little bit just nobody wants to do anything. MetroStars, you would think, would need to keep going. If they try and control the tempo too much, there is threats there.
I think obviously not a priority, but goal difference I think will play a part in how tight the league is at the moment. I think goal difference will play a big part in who finishes where.
Henschel to Lara. Back to Henschel. Victorica certainly playing a more deep role. So the front three is now Rashani, Koufalis and Barletta. Great turn away from Lara, and that is a scything challenge
And that looks like
from
yellow
Fideli.
Yellow card.
Don't know whether it was what you would call a professional foul. He got away from the Lara brothers. Yeah, that's.
You'll feel that one tomorrow.
I kind of agree with Mr. Llewellyn. Yeah, that's not a good look. And this, is it Lavori? Yeah, Sam Lavori is over. How many of Lavori's 15 goals? 16 now? He scored tonight, hasn't he?
Yes.
How many of Lavori's 16 goals have come from set pieces?
Don't think any this year.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a first time for everything.
Our
Lavori will stand over this one.
Callum Jane, our captain, probably would usually take this, but he's suspended.
Well, Mayer's looking interested in it as well, but you'd think Lavori runs over it. Mayer, too high. Yeah, it was too high off the boot.
Darcy Mayer, the oldest one in the team tonight. He's been very composed in midfield.
Lara to Lara. Koufalis will come and offer again. Wanted far too much time on the ball. Arua will get to that one first. Big 50-50 challenge, and another one who's not going to step away from it. Athletico ball. Heavy touch from Koufalis. And again, it's those heavy touches and then the tackle afterwards.
Wondering if fitness is coming into it. Might be
Like I said, it's been a long break and just haven't been able to get out onto Charles Campbell College for a while because it being a school, it certainly was more restrictive. Certainly we could go, 2 kilometres an exercise? Right, too old for that though. Henschel.
it's easier to go to training.
Yes.
Flores with the ball.
Barletta went early this time, he's got to come back to it. It seemed like a 50-50 between Lavori and Barletta.
Interesting battle here from Barletta and Lavori.
Certainly wouldn't want to be... wouldn't want to lose that battle of strength, would you?
Nestor Sequoia Perez.
Arua will get his head on it. First time It's actually worked out quite well as a ball through. Rua again. Flores will manage to get around the outside and go to Kufalis, and he is on. Kufalis has Rashani coming in the middle. Kufalis! Oh. Well, I think he was stuck between, and again.
I think he just hesitated there before pulling
the corner's
trigger.
gone. Victorica has got the corner. Barletta is at the back post, and the wasted ball, wasted opportunity. Martin Lara has time. And we'll find Victorica. That's a lovely ball through to Victorica, but the flag goes up. So much I want to say this. He's got his head up, and at this point you just think, hit it. Yeah, just put your laces through it. Make the keeper make a save.
I think you got to hit the target from there.
Well, that was Andy Gray's mantra, wasn't it? Back in the day, you've got to make the keeper make a save. That was 99% of the way there. Lavori and Barletta will continue their acquaintances. Asking a lot of Flores. It's a little bit too far in front.
Safety first from Llewellyn in there.
He's been given a big task as Llewellyn. Trying to deal with Barletta. Kufalis couldn't bring that one under control. Lara again is there. Couldn't quite get there. Mayer out to that far side. Just a little bit too far in front of Johns, and it will be an Atletico throw-in again. Victorica. Vidali will find a Rua. Again, there's not much of a link. He's going to have to go to Barletta. Nice first touch from Barletta. Then can get around the back. The flag stays down. It's just a coming together. Seen them given though. It's not a terrible ball from Arua. Oh, the first touch was accidental, in fairness. Looked good though. Arua will get the first head, but as per usual, that second ball finds its way to a yellow and red shirt. Lavori sends it across. Henschel has to get a foot onto it. Happy to rebuild into midfield. Sakura Paez. Lavori with all the time and space in the world that he would want. Can't get around the old man. That's experienced from Dario Arua.
Through the foul.
What he lacks in pace, he makes up for in IQ.
Just stepping in front, forcing the foul.
Lara to Victorica. Fernando Lara bursting forward. We'll find Rashani. Flores. Looks for a ball over the top and too far. The back, is it a back three or four? I'm trying to work it out. Most of the time it's a back three for MetroStars.
Yeah.
And they're not playing high enough to allow Barletta or Kufalis to get in behind them. And it's forcing Atletico to play through them, which is not the strongest facet of their game.
I'm not going to put David back on replays. If he's going to stand behind the goals like that this whole game,
Beagley allowed all the time he wants. Then we'll get it back. Again allowed to turn and run.
Yeah, true.
Better from Fideli.
But yeah, because if you don't use him and there's a goal down
No
there,
movement on the Atletico bench. You would think that questions about changes would start around now.
MetroStars have one fresh bench player tonight, so
this broadcast
We might
is
see
good enough for
him
the
coming on soon, Lucas Tronconi.
Nice. He's put that ball down with purpose, as Mr. Lavori. This is a long, long way out.
Be shot.
He has shot. Oh, he's hit the woodwork. Made Stevens work. It's going to be a corner. He wants to come out to play, hasn't he, tonight? Sam Lavori.
Man for the big occasion.
And is there any bigger than your Spacequake Sports debut?
Join the club.
Fideli on the far side. Again, it's aimless and it's just soaked up. It's almost a midfielder. He is a midfielder, isn't he? It's Alvarez playing in midfield, and then
I'm wondering if Alvarez
I know
typically
he's gone back to centre back now.
plays as centre half, but can step up.
We're making Brandon choose his favourite by competing for reflex.
It's almost like I can't work out what formation they're playing. Sometimes it's a 5-2-3.
Just looking around, healthy crowd tonight for a Sunday night.
And it's a very socially distanced crowd.
Yes.
And everyone's been incredibly patient with regards to all of the restrictions. It is nice to see the South Australians come to the party and make sure that we keep each other safe.
I think whatever it takes to get us back on the park, I think.
Keith with the first head on the ball. Barletta challenges for the second ball.
Skelly dropping deep.
Barletta a bit slow to get up, and Skelly will just put the ball out.
Barletta looks to be struggling.
So nothing, but it wasn't Lavori that time, I don't think. He was battling with Barletta. Yes, it was.
Giving it back. Good sportsmanship. Bit of a link. Barletta expecting a child with Monique, daughter of MetroStars reserves coach Lee Gregson. So
Well, there you go.
yeah, congrats to them. Good old Adelaide.
Fernando Lara has his third on the way as well. Flores. Fernando Lara.
Cut out that big one. Well done.
Just couldn't quite find a way through. Flores will pounce on the loose ball. Try and work to the byline. Does get to the byline. What can he do in the tight space? We'll find Victorica. Turns it over immediately. It was another big talking point at half-time from Manserapis was too many turnovers. I think he was right in saying that the first goal came from a turnover way down in the attacking corner. Well, that is the reserve grade coach. There he is on screen. It's almost like they knew. They don't. I can guarantee they don't. So he's about to become a granddad for the first time.
Don't say it too loud.
Start calling him Pops.
I'm sure he's over the moon.
Oh, so we're starting to see movement. It's Emmanuel Rocker. He's taken Rashani off. Well, there's two coming on. It's Martin Moran will come on. He'll probably be the replacement for Rashani. And Emmanuel Rocker will come on. Signal for three at the back.
Lavori's coming off.
And Kefalis has come off as well.
It could be just switching sides.
No, I think Lavori's staying on. He's just moved over to that side. So Kefalis has come off and Rashani has come off. Don't know whether that's a protective measure. He's on a yellow card. These yellow cards for the season have to be going up as well, I imagine. So there is Rocker. Rocker is in a very advanced position for him. He is naturally a centre-back. Might be a bit lost. I think we were joking with him this morning that he was going to end up playing up front. Athletico will drive it in, but again, there's nobody really there, and MetroStars far too easily able to clear again. Henschel, it's a big, long crossfield ball. Martin Lara gets his head on it. Fernando Lara. New friend to play with for Barletta. Johns has now been given the task of trying to keep him under control. A little bit pinball-y, and will find its way all the way to Dyson Stevens. Fideli again. Has to find the run of Rocca, who will be learning as he goes. He's learning on the job out there. To sink or swim moment for Manny. Throw in on the far side. Just another port. Oh, it's a free kick over on that far side. Henschel will stand over it. Martin Moran will get ahead to it. Does get ahead to it. Lara! Fernando Lara, the captain. First time that they've had an attack. First time that they've actually managed to find a target. And Atletico will score in the second half. Obviously, Emmanuel Rocca coming on, changed the game. This is the chaos ball and the second ball, which has been a big message. Lara was the first to get one, and in reality, Bilney still hasn't have to make a save.
No, he'll be disappointed with that. Only 3 clean sheets this year for Bobby. Thankfully, we can get him down the other end.
They're away again. They've got the tails up a little bit. Martin Lara will get there first. Beagley intercepts.
Next 5 minutes now crucial for MetroStars.
They need to get another one. Still throwing, not taken from exactly the right spot again. Fernando Lara to Flores. He'll get it back. Victorica will give it him back as well. He's trying his best to get rid of it, and no one will let him give it away. Rua. Barletta put a huge amount of pressure on Johnson. He just little roll away. Gave himself all the time he needed. Lara. Martin Moran. Inside, Barletta can't quite get there. The interception had to be made. Flores. Uncharacteristically loose pass from him. Bilney will come and take it away.
Just taking their time a bit, MetroStars. Just slow the game down a bit.
Now they do need to control the tempo a little bit, because that period after the goal, Atletico will have their tails up. Sequeira Paez will go all the way back. Lavori controlled that one with his face. Henschel. Rocca. Heavy first touch, and he's got to go and get it again. Fideli cuts out the through ball. Fernando Lara. I was going to say that's impressive on a cold night from Daniel. Doesn't look overly comfortable at the back there. Arua, again, saw what he wanted to do. It's going to get to its intended target, just not where he wanted it to go. Again, they're just trying to work around the back, and Bilney again. on top of things.
We're dealing with the long balls from Flores. Well,
I think it's the depth of your back line. You're not allowing enough of a space for them to run in behind. He's managed to bypass everybody enough. I thought that was going to find its way through. Fideli. Fine Henschel. Back to Stevens, who slipped a little bit of heart and mouth time for Dyson Stevens. Arua. And find Martin Lara. He will look for Barletta. This time Barletta can probably get around the back. Good step in front, and again, very smart and nothing given.
Smart defending there, just
You just come across.
getting in front of the ball.
I think that's Llewellyn who's come back to deal with Mr. Barletta. Won that fair and square.
Played every game this year, Gavin.
It could be a corner. It's a corner. So one set piece goal already for the men in black. No great height in the Atletico box. Flores sends it in. And no real challenge, but he's going to get a second bite at it. Sequeira Paez will just see it behind. He's gone short this time. Flores gets to the byline, stands it up again. Ooh. At the back post, it's still there. Moran swings a leg at it. It's still bouncing around, proper Sunday League stuff. Finally, it goes behind. Everybody loves a goal line scramble.
Right mouth there.
I think that was Rocker as well in the back post. He might have got his first goal for the year. Certainly from a midfield point of view, they're not allowing MetroStars as much time as they had in the first half on the ball. Still in danger of playing that high line and ending up giving away the counter-attack, but really got to put the foot on the pedal now. Rocker. Played to the ball where he should be. Fideli with his shoulder. Will find House. It'll turn out to be a good little pass, really. Sequeira Paez wins that battle in midfield. Then we'll come out to this near side. Arua flies in, stops the attack in its tracks, but they're able to go quick again. Dismissed like a rugby player, and again Henschel, Sequeira Paez looked to pull the trigger, but Arua got across just in time. Flores will find Victorica, who will find Barletta, and they're away. There's plenty of defenders back. More defenders than attackers at the moment. Victorica swings the left leg at it. Nothing there. There was just nothing, unfortunately.
You got those replays down my end?
Changes for MetroStars. Johns has gone off. Looks like some of the players who've already played reserves. I think there's somebody else gone off. I think Lavori has finally been given the all clear to go and have a rest. As he lies prostrate, there he is, Sam Lavori.
You won't be happy with that. We've got Bradley Truscott's come on there.
Athletico will get to the second ball.
And Lucas Tronconi on the far right side. Some fresh legs to go up the right wing.
Lara to Lara. Barletta will come short for him. Back to Lara. And MetroStars allowed to build the wall, and then they will intercept, and they're so quick in transition. Yeah, it just caught him. Just too quick for the old fella. But how's this for a don't argue? Sit down. Someone in the comments said I'm more suited to rugby than football. I don't know whether that's a compliment or not. But certainly that's something that we're used to seeing on a rugby pitch. Important hand to it as well from Stevens in that passage of play. Meyer will get to stand over it and see whether he's zeroed his sights in at all. Gone to the back post. Too easy. Cannot be allowed that much time and space in the box.
Scary.
His second for the game.
No, you'd say that's game over now. It's going to be too
You would
much.
think 15 minutes to go. It's a wonderful ball from Meyer. It's a free header. That's the second time he's done that. I assume that's a personal thing to him and not... Because it's normally what you would do in an away ground. So clearly...
David's watching.
Not Skelly originally.
Flores again with the outside of the foot. Tried to find Rocker. Couldn't find him.
Originally born in Scotland, Skelly, so tonight he's British. He's done well.
David's definitely watching the stream to see what you did.
Only just British at the moment, the Scots. That's a conversation for another time and another broadcast. Fideli.
And that puts Skelly top all-time goal scorer for MetroStars in the Sassel.
Nice lead by the referee. Flores will find Moran. Plays down very quickly, gets a second bite at it and fails. And again, MetroStars, you just see the yellow and red shirts stream forward when they turn it over. Dare I say Liverpool-like. Flores. And there, in stark contrast, you see the difference with Athletico. The ball is turned over. He gets his head up and all he sees is static black shirts. Arua trying to find a way through. Skelly asking the question, but because you fouled him, well. Rocker will win the free kick. There's Llewellyn gone to look after Mr. Rocker over there. Flores again and cleared again. 4-1 up, and they had 10 players behind the ball. I don't think you want to concede. So you can only suggest that there is. You just see again, he cannot be allowed that amount of time and space in the penalty box. Arua will find Martin Lara, who will find Martin Moran. That's a Barletta. Again, lots of flat-footed Athletico players. Skelly. Decent first touch, and then there was a collision. Skelly's gone down holding his knee. Arua's gone down holding his head. I don't think there was. I don't think there was anything malicious. The referee wants to speak to Arua though. He hasn't moved. That's an interesting one.
Might have just landed on his.
It didn't look like a hyperextension, but as he's fallen, as Arua's fallen, Skelly's got him with his knee. I don't think there's anything malicious in it. The magic spray.
Yeah, trainer Felix Cabrera.
You old enough to remember the transition from the magic sponge to the magic spray?
No.
Are you not? Geez, you had a tough paper round then. It looked fairly innocuous at that point, but
I don't think that's particularly fun for other
No.
gentlemen.
no, I don't think either of them is enjoying it. So there's a change. That's Defidi is coming on. Defeli is going up. Fideli is going off.
You got it right. 10
Oh no,
minutes to go, mate.
Arua, it looks like he's coming off. Arua is going off. So I'm going to have both of them to deal with. Defidi and Fideli. Suggest this one will find its way all the way through to Mr. Bilnick. Henschel, 10 minutes to go in this one. High foot from Victorica.
I did think that was a bit high.
I mean, he's done well to get it high. Defidi will get his head on that one. And again, Skelly looks to have recovered.
Truscott.
Into Sequeira Paez. Nice touch. Victorica again will clatter in.
Mayer saw that one coming. Happy to draw the foul in. Quickly taking a Tronconi, ball in. Sequeira Paez, I think, has been brilliant on his first team debut.
I've been absolutely solid in that midfield. Nice leave by Victorica, but Barletta. First touch is important. Barletta does make Bilney make a save. It's going to come back out to Moran. Moran beats the first one and the second one. Then we'll send it across to Victorica. He's gone down far too easily.
He's given it.
Well,
Mayer will feel a groove there. Yeah.
well, we'll see. We get a replay here. First touch, second touch was heavy. Well, he has caught him, but
Penalty here.
Martin Moran is going to step up to take it.
The nervous last 8 minutes for the home side if he can convert.
Oh, save from Bilnick. Well, 1 to 11 MetroStars have been impressive tonight. Skelly. They're still going, MetroStars. That's loose though, and Fernando Lara finds a way through. Can he get Victorica in? Yes, he can. And that nervousness will go. Questions about offside?
Eagles.
I mean, Victorica looked good for mine.
That's why you need Murray's replay.
It's tough to tell from that angle. 4-2, 7 minutes to go.
We've got goals. We've got good entertainment here tonight.
There could be goals. There could be more goals in this. Could be.
Keeper was pissed off. Thought he was offside.
Members of the crowd are pulling up the live stream, making their own opinions.
Now that is Dario Lara, who is down in front of us, and he will generally FaceTime his family and give them updates on the game. So that is relations of the Laras who are out there supporting Atletico from wherever they are in the world, and I think they may be in Argentina. Victorica, who scored the second goal, will find Flores. Rocker has found his way onto this near side. There's been a shift onto the far side for Barletta. Defeaty just couldn't quite get there. Truscott will send it back to Llewellyn. Gets it back.
Happy to go back.
Back to Bilney as well. Moran is going to try and put a little bit of pressure on him. But the big Viking with an absolutely wonderful ball.
He's kept it in.
Has kept it in as well, and there's more players in the box
And
from
that's
MetroStars. So I don't mind that. That's what you're up there for. That's why they pay you the big money. Take shots on goal. Martin Lara giving the ball under a huge amount of pressure. Rocker. Too heavy. Missed the target of Flores. Skelly will find Sakara Paez. Back to Llewellyn. Truscott. Down the line for Llewellyn. Square ball, nice little touch. Skelly for the hat trick, not quite there. Defeating. Victorica out to Rocker. Good interception again. And send them down. Someone's turning the time off on the board for the people at home, just to keep the suspense going. That wouldn't be you, would it, Josh? Jason, sorry. Rocker will have to chase down. Bilney's going to come out and get it this time. Not as cultured with the clearance. There is the big Viking. Thor, the goalkeeper. Certainly, if you were bearing down on that one-on-one, it'd certainly make you think about things, wouldn't he?
Bilney will take his time with this one.
Do you think we could get him some shorts that fit him for next week? Or is that a choice?
I'm not sure if it's tattoos.
So that might be the case. Truscott, he's managed to get it second time
Truscott.
around. Can he get a shot away? Does get a shot away!
Yes!
Truscott in one post, then off the other. Substitute comes on and scores. Bilney comes all the way up for the celebration. I think it was his ball, wasn't it? Does that go down as an assist?
I think he'll be claiming it. Bradley Truscott.
I tell you, that was so close to coming back out.
This is
Flores is gone. I tell you what, it's a million miles away. The referee's going to let him do it again.
I don't think that one's going to.
He's done it a couple of times as Flores. He famously did it with Adelaide City. And do it again. There's certainly conversation going on, and this is what I was saying about Flores getting the blunt end of it most of the time. He genuinely plays for the love of the game, and I think that's why he didn't want the pressure of A-grade football. But he will play wherever he gets told to play. They're away again, and King cuts back inside. Wonderful covering challenge from Fideli. Well, we did say at the start of the second half, didn't we, that MetroStars needed to keep the foot on the throat, which they have done. And he's given a free kick to MetroStars, much to the disbelief of Fernando Lara. And
Smile on Flores' face.
I think he's not overly happy at the late kick-off. It's a long day before you kick off when you play an evening game. And a Sunday night as well. Sunday sessions with Spacequake Sports. That sounds like something that could take off if the president of the league is watching.
I'm sure. I think I've seen him around. Step uppers.
MetroStars will make another change. I don't think there is. Jesse Catalano is still over there, but
Nick Folker looking
changing captaincy is Alvarez. Has to wear the armband for a little bit. Not a bad finish from Truscott.
Will Skelly's coming off for Nick Folker.
Taking his time about it as well, Mr. Skelly. Some of the old Jose Mourinho tactics.
Interestingly, Sassel rules we can only make one change during the last 5 minutes of a game. So.
Oh, there you go. Big Darica again. Adelaide will just try and get some respectability back to the scoreline.
Nick Folker, typically a defender. He's up top.
Oh, he wants a goal.
There you go. So we've got a number 9 at right back and a
number 2 at centre forward.
Traditionalists won't be happy with that. Well, ball in for Folker.
He's going to find a way to Truscott. He could get himself a brace. He's going to look to find a way through, but the big defender might be able to get his head on this one. We're in the referee's hands again.
Truscott actually scored earlier in the C grade.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So,
did he play reserve grade as well?
No.
So C grade straight to A grade, just bypassing the reserves.
Good day for him.
Mayo with the corner. Near post, Stevens goes and deals with it.
Flores will pick the ball up deep.
Into Pictorica. That could work. It depends on the first touch for Moran. Gonna have to hold and look for supportive runners. We'll find Pictorica, and again, there's just a wall of yellow and red jerseys. Rocker surges forward. Rocker! Oh! Let's say that was a shot and not a cross for Manning. Definitely intentional.
2 minutes by my clock, so not too sure we'll have much longer.
Oh, I haven't seen him take a look at the watch, but you would think that referees with the tradition like to blow it as it goes over halfway from a goal kick.
Might be having a
This time he's having so much fun out of there.
Oh.
Mr. Wall. 50-51 in the 93rd minute by Llewellyn. And if I had to say who my player of the game was, it's not far away from being Gavin Llewellyn. I know Skelly has scored 2 goals.
Darcy Mayer for me. I think he's been composed in midfield. It's been a tough job. Nestor Sequoia Perez as well.
Been impressive on his debut.
No. Good team performance.
It has been very good, and lessons learned from the visit to Charles Campbell College.
Positive for the away side as well. First year in the competition. It's always a tough year, as we know.
It's trying to bring a club together. A lot of the teams that Atletico will play against this year will have been together for a number of years. The likes of Beograd is essentially an MPL side from 10 years ago. Oh, I could not get through, but could we have asked for any more for the first Sunday session for Spacequake Sports? We've had goals, we've had penalty saves,
Yes.
we've had absolutely everything.
Fantastic. A great occasion. Really enjoyed it.
Victorica will look at goal, and Billy had to make that save.
Safe.
Good one for the cameras.
Yeah,
and don't worry,
absolutely.
he'll get a slow motion replay out of it as well.
Love that.
It'll be shared. Here we go. Just tell him to stop taking the corner so we can see this. Flores. And there we go. MetroStars will win this one 5-2, and I think again it's a scoreline that doesn't really do Atletico justice. But MetroStars probably could have scored 7 or 8, if you're perfectly honest. They kept going and it went all the way through. There is Bilney, a penalty save. We've fallen in love with the Viking. Spacequake Sports will generally find a favourite, and I think we've found him. We love the Viking. We want to see him again. There he goes.
There it is.
Look at the hops. It's a 50-inch vertical from the big fella. Different angles for him. Normally I would throw away and we'd leave the broadcast, but no way. We want to see the Viking again.
Yeah.
Needs work on the landing, I think, but other than that, absolutely fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an absolute pleasure, and if this is the only time we do it, it's been absolutely amazing. But I'm sure you will see and hear from Spacequake Sports with the Amateur League. Again, I'm going to go down and smooth the president of the league. We'll get you some more football. Ladies and gentlemen, from a chilly TK Shutter Reserve, I've been Dave Webb, joined by Jason Cavey, sorry. It's been absolutely wonderful to spend the evening with you. Ladies and gentlemen, until we meet again, ta-ra.